Hey guys, Jameson9532 here. So it's been a while. um, Before we get into the video here, let me explain why that is. As most of you probably know or could have guessed, I'm a high school student, and I'm not a very good high school student. So I have a lot of work I'm catching up on, and I haven't really had time to make videos and customs until fairly recently. And not to mention, after the giant rush I had of videos at the end of the summer and all the videos in early September, I've just got a little burnt out, you could say. But yeah, don't worry though, I have still been working on stuff. It just hasn't been as often as it used to be because, well, it's school now and, life. And tell me, if you don't, I will tell you this, if you're not in high school now, or if you're a freshman or something, you do not want missing work. Missing work is your worst enemy. I will tell you that. Because you have to catch up on it. And if you're anything like me, you procrastinate too much. And, well, when you procrastinate, nothing gets done. And when nothing gets done, well, that's not exactly a good thing. So, guys, do your schoolwork. And if you are able to strike a balance between schoolwork and whatever you do at home, that's fantastic. Do that. Don't be like me and not do your work. But at the same time, I don't know where I was going with that, but that's where I've been. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. This will probably be the last time you see the grass, at least until next year. But for now, let's look at the customs. So today's customs are something I've been working on since August. Bill and Ben, actually. Um, so Bill and Ben here are are not actually scratch built; they're take along models. But I've tried building a ton of Bill and Bens before, but there's no way. Percy here, Percy in the back is as small as I can build, but Bill and Ben were just no. Because I did want them to have some sort of accurate scaling to where they're smaller than Percy, which, I mean, they are now. Since we're talking about saddle tanks, let's bring in Percy here. Just in the back for reference. See? They're smaller than him. At that, they are very much so. As you can see here, Cabs, just an example of one of the twins in Percy. Their cabs are almost the same height, but they're saddle tanks and stuff. Percy is so much bigger. And Percy is like the smallest standard gauge engine I've built. And I consider him to be the smallest standard gauge engine. Because, I mean, it's a little 040 shunter. But, yeah. Put him in the berth back here, just for now. Bill and Ben, you might be wondering, well, you can't make take and play models because they don't fit on Trackmaster Track. Well, that is where you're wrong. As you can see on the turntable here, it is gauged to fit Trackmaster Track. As you can see with Percy here, it is gauged to fit Trackmaster engines, and they do. Bill and Ben don't quite fit on the turntable because their chassis are too low down, but you can see their wheels do fit on there, which I just use push-along wheels and cut the slits to get the take-and-play wheels out. And then I put the push-along wheels in, put pieces of cardboard over it. Yeah. I did repaint Bill and Ben because these are really old models. I will tell you that they are. Um, Bill, which I consider this one Bill and this one Ben. Their nameplates are too small for me to actually do decals for them. Can you see their nameplates? The brown spots? Yeah. Their nameplates and stuff are too small for me to do details. So I just put the brown good enough. They have the SCC done in gold paint pen. You can't really see it because of the lighting. There. There you go. Yeah. These are... Bill here, he's unmodified except for the wheels and the couplings. Which, yes, they have Chuckmaster couplings and wire couplings at the front. I did not give them front couplings. I just gave them the back coupling and the front with wire. But Ben here, he needed a little bit of modification. As you can see, he doesn't sit perfectly flat like Bill does. And that's just because of the slate mod I had to do. I did the same thing with the wheels on Bill here. But him, there's a little metal pole that goes all the way here, and it's connected to the black part and the yellow part. And you can see the cab doesn't go into the footplate. It just kind of sits on top of it. Which I know I didn't black out the windows yet. I can do that. Let's do that right now. Well, behind the camera, but in the custom showcase. Let's just Sharpie them out. Man, I love Sharpies. But, yeah. It just kind of sits on top there. But, if you look at Bill, his has the whole cab dip thing. And he has two little metal bits here that are only connected to the yellow part. And the black piece down here, and by that his face, is a separate piece. But this, Ben, is just one metal piece up here. The black part, the yellow part, and the everything. He didn't have these little things that Bill does in the front of his footplate here. So I had to give him that. And the back, too. He didn't have the rise bit of the footplate. So I had to give him that as well. To be honest, you can't really... Like, it doesn't throw me off to see these two next to each other. Just because of how similar they already are. It doesn't, like, throw me off to see, oh, this one's so much different from this one. But, yeah. Aside from the slight mods I did to them, they're basically just repaints. And on push-along wheels. No, these two are cool on their own. They look small next to Percy. But what if we were to bring in, I don't know, someone like... See, the biggest engine, Gordon, look at him. I believe he's been redone again. I don't remember what you guys seen last. It's been a while since I did a video. But, look at this. And now, I want you to type in the comments. If you can, put a straight face and tell me Bill and Ben are bigger than Gordon. Even here, would you prefer this? Okay, tell me. You can't because they're tiny and I love it. Like, this is the first time, really, that engines have had proper scaling. Now, you might be thinking, well, Eddie, Bill and Ben being so small, how are you going to show them with the narrow gauge engines, who are wooden railway, canonically larger engines? Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to go by certain scales. No, I'm not making any of the narrow gauge standard or anything. What I mean by that is, like, there's not going to be... All Trackmaster is standard gauge. Not all wooden railway is going to be narrow gauge. Not all take and play is going to be miniature gauge. I'm just going to go by the characters, really. Like, Percy next to Skarloey, yeah, he'll probably look a little, small, but, like, he should. But Bill and Ben, they're never going to be seen with Skarloey and friends. And I didn't have any take and play not Bill and Ben's, Narrowgauge engines. I just kind of used what I had. So, just going to use what I have and kind of go by the characters. Because narrow gauge engines, next to any of the other standard gauge engines, they're going to look slightly smaller, which is fine by me. Just if you're wondering, Bill and Ben next to Edward Without a Tender. Thank you very much, Edward. See, Edward looks only slightly bigger than them. Well, he looks largely bigger than them, but, like, it's not a huge thing. He looks like, they look like tiny little shunters. Edward looks like a large tender engine. This is like, woof, huge difference. And Edward's only medium sized. He's not actually bigger than the other Trackmaster engines. Granted, Gordon is like the biggest kind of heights you could get for an engine, but yeah. That's Bill and Ben. Thank you guys for watching, and I suppose I will see you guys in the next video. And when I say the next video, I probably will not be a month from now. I apologize for that again, but please accept my apology. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. Bye.